In Mortal Kombat 3, only 3 ninja characters returned from the previous game and none sporting the classic ninja style. Smoke was now a cyborg, Noob was a palette swap of the now bald Kano, and Sub-Zero was unmasked and sporting a big red scar over his right eye. No explanation for the scar was offered in the game itself, leaving fans to speculate as to its origins. There were 3 primary explanations fans gravitated towards. 1. He received it from Scorpion during MK2. 2. He was wounded while fleeing the Lin Kuei Cyber Initiative. 3. The marks for death comment in his bio is quite literal and the scar symbolises the hit on his head. That last one always baffled me since a lot of people believed that to be the case. But if someone was able to get close enough with a blade to cut him deeply enough that the wound is still there a decade later, leaving a mark to indicate the clan's intent to kill him, why wouldn't they just kill him with the blade? Just drive the knife a little deeper. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Now you may notice that those 3 theories all relate to characters with significance to Sub-Zero, his former clanmates, possibly even his best friend, or his brother's killer. The series has offered 2 explanations for the scar in the years since, but neither one has that personal aspect to it. First, in Shaolin Monks, a retelling of MK2's events, the titular monks encounter Sub-Zero in Outworld and, despite thinking this is the same man who fought for Earthrealm in the tournament, Kung Lao slices his face with his hat. Horribly underwhelming explanation and baffling too. This scene leads into a sequence where Sub-Zero joins the monks for a while, ending with Scorpion making a surprise attack on Sub-Zero. They could easily have had him slash him with his kunai here and flee, pursued by Sub-Zero who keeps his hand over his gushing wound, and then Sub-Zero is sporting his scar when the monks catch up to him later. But no, good sense eluded Shaolin Monks' narrative most of the time. But for years this explanation was all we had, regardless of the game's questionable canonicity. In the second timeline, Sub-Zero was easily captured and automated during the MK2 portion, so he was never in a situation to be scarred prior to the invasion. Then MKX rolled around and he was human again and had his scar, because this bold new direction for the series only ever did anything bold and new when it came to changing who a character was, not where they were going. The explanation came in the prequel comic, where Kano just randomly decided to cut Sub-Zero's face with one of the Kamidogu daggers as a way of infecting him. It's important to keep in mind that this explanation does not apply to the original timeline, as it came under totally different circumstances about 20 years after it should have. Doesn't stop people from citing this as the explanation though. So what was the real intent here? Well, your boy Tabmock99 has us covered. He asked John Tobias, series co-creator and lead writer at the time, what the explanation was. His response was, "Our intention was that MK3 Sub-Zero suffered the scar while escaping from the Lin Kuei cyber conversion. Not sure how it was explored in future games, but we purposely weren't explicit with details to leave room for fans to have fun hypothesizing." So that's that. He was scarred when he fled the Lin Kuei, and then Kronika thought it looked rad and manipulated events to make Kano cut him in that very specific spot to make sure he'd still have it in the Netherrealm timeline. You think I'm joking, but that's basically the implication of most of MK11's story. If you liked this video, why not subscribe and support me on Patreon like these fine people here? If not, then make sure to share it with your enemies so they can suffer along with you. Today's recommended video is Tabmock99's video on the subject because he got us the information we needed to put this silly misunderstanding to rest. Still not going to stop people though, I'm sure.